Welcome to Shoot Your Shot TV. With the anticipation of the Nike Zoom Flight 95 set to return later this month, we felt it was only right to take a look at some of the previous retros from 2015 and 2008 and find out what's so iconic about this shoe and why Nike's bringing them back for a third time. It's the Zoom Flight 95s. Let's take a look at the shoes. Here they are, the Zoom Flight 95. This pair's from 2015. They originally released back in 1995, hence the name Zoom Flight 95. And it's a pretty simple basketball shoe with a lot of eye-popping features. And to me, that's what makes the shoe so iconic and still popular to this day. You have this predominantly black upper and a nubuck suede-like material. And then you have these plastic overlays with the carbon fiber print behind it. You have a white Nike swoosh on the heel of the shoe. And you take it down to the toe box, you have a bigger Nike swoosh right here in black with the white outline. You have this white mud guard in leather. And then if you take it to the back of the shoe, you have this pull tab that says Flight on the back. Taking us down to the midsole, it's a very chunky midsole with these translucent pods with more carbon fiber print behind them. And then on the pod right here, it says AIR, it's a little scuffed up. And taking us down to the outsole, you have this sideways traction, and you have more of that carbon fiber on the stability plates. We also have the 2008 pair right here. Unfortunately, sole separated on me, so I had to pick up the 2015 pair as well. And the only major differences that I could see from the 2008 versus the 2015 is the tongue on the 2008 had this see-through mesh hole, and on the 2015 version, it's not see-through, it's solid. And another very minor difference is the specs on the laces of the 2008 were a little bit smaller compared to the specs on the 2015, a little bit thicker. But those are very minimal differences. It's not gonna stop me from picking up a retro that's almost identical. The Zoom Flight 95s are synonymous with Jason Kidd. Although it wasn't his signature shoe, he was the most popular player to wear them at the time. Another one of my favorite players was wearing them as well. Tim Hardaway on the Warriors was wearing this colorway. And then when he got traded to the Heat, he was wearing the black colorway with the red accents. Also another fire colorway that Nike should bring back. This is one of the first Nike basketball shoes to feature Zoom Air encapsulated inside the shoe where you can't really see a visible air unit. It was popular amongst point guards and guards because it was lightweight. They could cut, they could cross over. This shoe is very nostalgic for me. I remember being a kid back in 1995 and my cousin came home with a pair and it just blew my mind. I was mesmerized. It looked very futuristic. The pods gave it like this alien look to it. The carbon fiber made it look like it was some kind of spaceship. When I saw that my cousin had them, I knew that I wanted to have them, but my mom wasn't buying me Nikes back then because I would just thrab all my shoes on the playground. So I knew when I got older, I was like, I need to get those one day. And I ended up getting the 2008 pair as a birthday gift. I think I wore them like 10 to 15 times a year. If you do the math, that's 14 years. It's at least 140 wears out of them. Like I showed you, they started to sole separate on me, so I went on Poshmark and I picked up the 2015 pair, slightly used. As you can tell, the box was kind of dinged up. I've been wearing these a lot lately just because I'm excited about the 2022 version that's coming out later. I'm gonna pick those up for sure. It's just good to have a piece of childhood readily available to wear. I'm glad that Nike's bringing them back. I think why Nike's bringing these back again is because they might be trying to capitalize on the Supreme Zoom Flight 95 release. Also, Drake was seen wearing a new model that's very Zoom Flight 95 inspired. He was sitting courtside at a Raptors game and he had these shoes that looked like they could be the Nocta Steppas, but with carbon fiber print on it, and a lot of people were comparing it to the Zoom Flight 95s. I'm super excited for the 2022 release. Until we get those, we're gonna go ahead and try these on, show you how they look on foot. That was our signature on-foot look. Prep check really quick. I'm wearing the Nike Air Flight 1, one of my personal favorite flights as well. And over here at Shoot Your Shot TV, we like to break down the shoe and give it an overall rating at the end. So we're gonna jump right into that, starting with comfort. As far as comfort goes, this isn't the most comfortable basketball shoe. You can definitely feel the Zoom Air units, but they do run a little narrow and they do run a little stiff. But it is a shoe from 1995, and I don't think they've upgraded the technology or the tooling to include any of the new Nike cushioning systems. But to me, it's comfortable enough to just wear throughout the day. I love the way it looks so much that I'll sacrifice a little bit of comfort there just to get that look off. So for me, I'm just gonna have to give it a 5 out of 5 as comfort, but it could be maybe like a 3. As far as sizing goes, these are a size 10. They fit great for me. There's a little room here and they're not too narrow. With the 9.5 that I've tried on, it's a little snug, but I could probably get away with it as well. I do like having a little bit of extra room. If you're interested in picking these up, I suggest either going true to size or a half size up. Moving on to style, you already know that I've been bigging these up all episode. They're so nostalgic for me, so iconic to me. They've stood the test of time 27 years later. It's still a good looking shoe. The silhouette's crazy with all these eye-popping features, the carbon fiber, the chunky midsole, the pods on the side of the shoe that look like some alien tech. After these were really popular, Nike started adding all kinds of different pods and metallic things to their shoes, and those just took off. So I wanna say the Zoom Flight 95 paved the way for a lot of those other models, and to this day, it still looks futuristic. So I'm gonna have to give these a 5 out of 5. You can wear them with anything. Moving on to price. Back in 2015 and 2008, I wanna say they retail for like $120 to $150. The newer version that's coming out is gonna be $160, which is only a $10 price difference. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna have to give price 5 out of 5 because you're getting all that iconicness, all that nostalgia, and a decent basketball shoe that's gonna catch eyes. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, bringing us to a grand total of 15 out of 15 on the Shoot Your Shot rating system. A perfect score. My only gripe about the retros is that Nike doesn't bring them back for grade school sizes or preschool toddler sizes. I feel like the kids today are missing out on getting to experience cooler shoes. Nike will do the Jordans and the Air Forces and the Dunks, but they rarely make like the 90s basketball shoes. I think it would just be really cool to put my kids into some of these classic models that I wanted as a kid that I wasn't able to get. Nike, please bring it back in kid sizes. We'd love you for it. But we'd like to hear from you guys. Let us know how you feel about the Zoom Flight 95. Do you own this pair? Do you hate this pair? Do you love it as much as I do? Are you looking forward to the 2022 release? Let us know. We can all just celebrate together when we all pick them up. Hopefully there's no hype around them. Hopefully there's not too much resale value around them. Again, we just want to say thank you for joining us and sharing that affinity for Nike basketball hoop shoes from the 90s with us. Thanks for watching this episode of Shoot Your Shot TV. My name's Paul, I'm the host of the show. Shout out to the producer of the show, C-Rock Behind the Lens. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.